Well, this is a story you may not know about. Feral pigs down south, a huge problem, costing some $1.5 billion a year in damages to crops and wildlife. Enter Louisiana Hog Control, an extermination company using drones to bring home the bacon. Trace Gallagher live in our West Coast newsroom. Trace, you know what? I'm going to laugh. I'm assuming that my executive producer, Jen Williams, wrote that, and that was very creative. Trace, what is this story?
Well, you know, really, this hog control company in Louisiana, Gretchen, just a couple of guys who absolutely love doing this, and they're hoping to make a dent in the feral pig population in Louisiana. And the deal is they normally go out at night and they use a radio-controlled airplane with a thermal imaging camera. They cover thousands of acres of farmland. The plane flies at about 400 feet, and then it sends the images back to them on a computer live. The two guys are Cy Brown and his partner James Palm. And once they get those images back, the hunt is on. Listen.
Sometimes we'll land the airplane and just go get them. Sometimes I'll keep the airplane up in the air and I will be in radio communications with the guy on the ground. Because believe it or not, you can get within yards of those animals in high crops and you still can't see them. I had 3 guys actually trip over them this past year. That's how close and scary it gets.
And they're dangerous because when you get near those things, they can come after you, which is why they have the radio-controlled planes flying at all times, Gretchen, to give them immediate feedback on where those pigs exactly are.
Wow, who knew? So how much dough are these guys making doing this?
Well, legally, because of FAA guidelines, they can't charge people for flying these drones around. So what they do is they go out and they kill the pigs for tips, usually about 25 bucks a pig. And so far, they've killed roughly 300. So not really a get-rich-quick scheme, but they do believe this is the next big thing in aviation. And for now, they're just kind of waiting for the FAA to loosen up. Listen again.
If the FAA let go of me right now, I could very well be breaking even. I could charge for a lot more than just pig hunting. Crop surveys, you know, doing basically any kind of aerial photographs.
These drones, of course, are also being used for drug interdiction, search and rescue, and if you're Jeff Bezos for Amazon.com, maybe someday delivering your package in 30 minutes or less. But these two guys, Gretchen, are the next Duck Dynasty, right? Oh. I mean, these guys are great on camera. They're well-spoken, and they're having great fun at something that is fascinating to people. It
is fascinating. Who knew? And by the way, we have such great writers here. It wasn't Jen who wrote that. We just have so many great writers that somebody else thought up with that great line. Michelle did it. All right, Trace, thanks for bringing a great story.